What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another anime news bit. We have so much news to go over. We have a new Spider-Man series coming from Polygon Pictures, new Battle Angel Alita films coming, alternative Gale Online is getting another season, Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy has a whole bunch of really exciting stuff coming out for it, and unfortunately Unnamed Memories is getting delayed. But if you're interested in any of this news, definitely stay tuned. Let's kick things off with a really exciting news that just dropped. Crunchyroll has announced they will be streaming Frieren Beyond Journey's End on September 29th. Yes, the same day that the original broadcast is going to start off, that really long premiere they're going to be doing. I could not be more excited. It's kind of one of those odd premieres that are really long, that are super early, that you would assume is probably going to have some sort of delay over here, but that's not the case. Super exciting news. Good on Crunchyroll for doing that. I cannot wait for this series. It looks so freaking good. It looks so good. Next, we got a whole lot of news out of Dengeki Bunko 30th anniversary event. For our first one, we have I May Be a Guild Receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time light novel is getting an anime adaptation. The synopsis for this one is Alina Clover signed up to be a receptionist for Adventure Guild, thinking it would be her ticket to a good life. Unfortunately, her dream gig turns out to be an overtime nightmare whenever adventurers get stuck clearing dungeons. To save herself from paperwork, Alina takes to beating down monsters herself to solve the problem. Now, she just needs to keep her activities a secret. I've always loved Adventure Guild receptionists. They're always the cutest character in the entire show. And so it's always annoying that they go to see the receptionist and that's it. And then they never see them again. I'm like, but the receptionist is cute. So it's really cool to have an anime series that's just all about the receptionist. Even though, I don't know, we'll see if this one is cute. But definitely a cool concept. Definitely looking forward to that one. Next, they announced a TV anime adaptation of Your Forma light novel. This one is in an alternative near future. The Your Forma, a miraculous smart thread technology initially developed to treat a massive outbreak of viral encephalitis, has become an integral part of daily life. But these convenient devices also record every sight, sound, and emotion their users experience. For electronic investigator Echika Haide, diving into people's memories via Your Forma and hunting for evidence is all part of a day's work. The problem is, she's so adept at what she does that her assistants literally fry their brains trying to keep up with her. That sounds pretty unfortunate. After putting one too many aides in the hospital, the top brass finally furnished Echika with a partner on her level, a brilliant yet cheeky android named Harold Lucraft. But can Echika put her prejudice against robots aside and solve the most complex cases of her career? Sounds interesting. Definitely be checking that one out. Always into those kind of sci-fi mystery type of series. Next, they confirmed an anime adaptation of Love Between Twins' Indivisible light novel. This one is a romantic comedy, follows a boy named Jun, who is childhood friends with two twin girls with different personalities. He ends up in a love triangle with Rumi, who looks boyish but is a maiden inside, and her twin sister Naori, who is a cute otaku. That sounds fantastic. Maybe for once we'll actually have the childhood friend win. If we could just set it up to where nothing is a love interest except for two childhood friends, it might actually have a childhood friend win in one of these series for once. But yeah, sounds cool. I'm already thinking that Naori is going to be the best. But I don't know, sometimes the tomboys always work for me. Next, they announced that JC Staff is going to be working on Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, it can't, so definitely good news there. Always enjoy JC Staff's work. Probably the biggest news out of this event was, yes, Sword Art Online, alternative Gale Online is getting a second season. The staff will be returning for it, and Studio 3 Hertz will be working on it. Now, honestly, I did like the main character of that series. I just hated that first plot line. I just felt it was just a little bit over the top for me, but hopefully future stuff for it will be a lot more interesting for me, so I'll definitely be excited for this one. And finally, the last bit of news out of that event is that they announced a 2024 premiere, staff, and teaser visual for the two sides of Voice Actor Radio. Studio Connect will be working on this, and the director behind Danmachi will be directing it. The story follows Yasumi and Yuhi, who are both voice actresses that attend the same high school and are in the same class. They host a radio program together. However, Yasumi is really Yumiko, a gyaru in real life, while Yuhi is actually Chika, the quiet girl. They are diametrically opposed in appearance and personality, and they get into fights when they are not on the air. It's like when they're here, they just put on this big act, and then when they leave it, they're just kind of this different person. Which, yes, technically is acting. Welcome to acting world. You don't always like who you're working with, but yeah, sounds interesting. I'll definitely be checking that one out. It's probably Yuri, but that's a good thing. We'll see. Leaving that event, we have some other news as well. Staff for TV anime Heat the Pig Liver has released a new promo announcing staff and an October premiere. This is one of those ones that I don't think I've ever really been sold on it. It sounds like it might be good around the ecchi, but yes, one of the big problems I have with it is that it's Kirito's voice for the pig, and I'm at this point tired of Kirito, but I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. It doesn't really have a selling point for me yet, but I mean, the girl looks cute, so we'll see how it turns out. Yes, for fans of Irregular Magic High, the staff has announced its sequel will hit in 2024. So if you're excited for some more Irregular Magic High, definitely be excited for that. Some interesting news. In an article for Forbes, director James Cameron has hinted at sequels for Alita Battle Angel. The article was initially about him listing his ranch for sale, but in it, he stated that it made sense because he'd be working in Austin during his work on the new Battle Angel films. So it's pretty much him saying, like, I'm not going to be over here. I'm going to be over here working on this sequel films. I think he pretty much indicated that he wanted to do sequels anyways, so I don't think it's a big shock, but at least this kind of confirms that, yeah, this is something that's in works, which makes sense because I think the original Alita Battle Angel live action did really well, and fans were really receptive of it. Me personally, I enjoyed it. Now, granted, the only thing that I didn't like about it was that they did the whole eye thing, which, again, I love Battle Angel. I don't need her eyes to be that big. It looks ugh. I mean, I eventually got used to it, but it's just one of those things of like, that's the only real stain in there. Like, just don't do that. But now they've done it. It's set a precedent. They're going to be doing it in the future, but I'll definitely be excited for that. Like I said, I really enjoyed the first film. It's one of the very few Hollywood live actions that actually was good. It's just kind of sad to think that the Hollywood live actions are going to basically adapt more than the anime has. So come on, Japan, step up, step up. Moving on, the unfortunate news, the official website for the TV anime Unnamed Memories has announced the anime will be delayed. Yes, from 2023 to 2024 due to production circumstances. It sort of makes me wonder if they announced the delay this late, because I think they originally announced it's supposed to be you assume fall. Because it's so late in the announcing of the delay, maybe it might just bump it into winter of next year, which won't be that big of a delay, but still unfortunate. I ran into quite a few people that were really excited for this, so it's just going to have to wait a little bit longer. For our next bit, the official website for Mecha-Ude project has revealed a promo, staff, and a 2024 premiere. I have to admit, the promo looked really good. It kind of gave me a lot of sense of, like, Fulikuri. It looks very Fulikuri. I'm not sure if anybody behind the scenes worked on Fulikuri, but it just screamed it. It's going to be worked on by Studio Triff. I guess that's how you're going to pronounce it. Triff, Triff. But yeah, they originally released a pilot for it and then ran a crowdfunding campaign in the US and in Japan and apparently raised like $100,000. So good on them for the project. I definitely wish them the best. Hopefully this works out. Like I said, the PV looks really good. Very animated. So I'll be looking forward to that. For our next bit, because this seems to be the thing now, is Marvel working with studios and stuff like that for new anime. But yes, Polygon Pictures has announced they're going to be working with Marvel on a new Spider-Man. It is titled Spider-Man Freshman Year, and Marvel describes it as the animated series follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man, with a journey unlike we've ever seen before in a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. This will be written by executive producer Jeff Trammell, so it's probably not going to be on Mal. Anything that Polygon Pictures works on, because it has one English name in it, it doesn't appear on Mal. I'm sorry, that's kind of a hidden sore spot right here, that certain things don't appear on Mal. But interesting. We'll see. I think that's actually a very good studio to work on a Spider-Man, just because it's, yes, very all over the place. But I don't know, it's supposed to be like early build-up, so maybe it won't even have him be in Spider-Man. We'll see. It says on his way to becoming, so he's not going to be yet. So it might actually be a negative, but we'll see. Next, the official website for the anime adaptation of The Witch and the Beast released a promo, staff, visual, and a January 2024 premiere. This is going to be done by Studio Yokohama Animation Labs, and the synopsis is Guido, a feral girl with long fangs and eyes of a beast, Ashraf, a soft-spoken man with delicate features and a coffin strapped on his back. The ominous pair appears one day in a town that's in a thrall to a witch, who has convinced the townfolks she's their hero. But Ashraf and Guido know better. They have a score to settle, and they won't hesitate to remove anyone in their way. That's definitely one of those ones when they first announced it, all we really had was the original artwork, and it was like, okay, give me something, so it's finally good to finally get something here. The PV looks good so far. Again, I was kind of expecting it to be hopefully something like a Witch Hunter Robin kind of thing, Hopefully we get that kind of vibe going in there, but we'll have to wait and see. Moving on, the official Twitter account for Rail Romanesque revealed the second season will premiere in October, so right around the corner, gonna be in fall. They also released staff, new visual, and Yokohama Animation Lab will be working on it. This is one of those ones where I ended up not watching the first season. I don't even remember why. I don't know if it was just availability, delayed availability, or something, and then I ended up getting the visual novel, and I'm like, I'll just read that. And then I never did. So maybe I might have to finally go watch the first season and then go into the second season. But exciting stuff there. Cute lolly trains. Why not? Next bit, the official Twitter account for Clamp has announced Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card manga will release its final volume April of 2024. So that series is finally wrapping up. Sad news for fans of it, but we still have the anime adaptation coming up. Hopefully that still turns out well. But there you go. Some really exciting news for me, personally. The official website for TV anime Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy has released a new trailer announcing a January 2024 premiere, JC Staff taking over as studio, and that it will run for 2 consecutive cours. It's like bam, 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 bam. Good news, good news, good news. Now, I don't have a problem with the original studio, but JC Staff, I trust them. And even though the first season did look really good, I'm always open for JC Staff taking over on it. Additionally, it being right around the corner, it's been so long and it's been like, where is the announcement for the actual seasons? They technically announced it at the end of the first season, so I didn't expect announcement too soon, but it's been a while. But to get 2 cores is good stuff. I'm super excited for this. I cannot wait for it to come back. It's kind of one of those rare isekais that just works, and it does a lot of new things, and it's got a dark side to it. I cannot wait for it to come back. If you have not watched it, if you're not a fan of isekais, give it a shot because it's just something that does something so different. But yeah, super excited for that. And finally, our last bit of news, the Demon Prince of Omochi House has announced a TV anime adaptation. And this will be animated by Studio Drive. So it's a studio that just recently worked on Explosion in This Wonderful World. So good stuff there. But that is it. That is all the news I have for you guys. I know it was a lot. Thanks for sitting through it all. If you did, make sure to go down below and hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's the most exciting news in this news bit for you. Additionally, if you're new to this channel, make sure that subscribe button so you get on my content. I do news, reviews, first impressions, top list. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. Just if you want to support the channel more and you like this content, I have a Patreon link, tips link, super thanks, membership button down below. Greatly appreciate everybody that supports the channel. And y'all take care.